Singapore, a city-state known for its order and safety. In 1988, something unthinkable shattered that calm. Two university students, Tay Chow Lyang and Poh Chuan, vanished into the night. No witnesses, no ransom, just silence. The city, so used to predictability, was shaken. News spread, first whispers, then headlines. Hope faded as days turned to weeks. The disappearance became a national obsession. How could two young adults simply disappear? No clues, no answers, just a void. The case haunted Singapore, a reminder that darkness can seep in anywhere. It was more than a cold case, it was a loss of innocence. The story began on an ordinary October evening. Its shadow stretches to today, decades later. Two families and a nation still wait for justice. The question remains, what happened that night? In a city built on certainty, this mystery endures. The silence is a wound that never healed. The case is a puzzle with missing pieces. It's a story that refuses to fade. The city's sense of security was forever changed. The disappearance of Tay and Tony is a chilling reminder. Even here, the unthinkable can happen. Their story is Singapore's most haunting question mark. And it all began with a single ordinary night. Tay Chow Lyang, 20, was a biochemistry student, gentle, diligent, the youngest of four. Poh Chuan, 21, studied electrical engineering, outgoing, friendly, his parents' pride. They'd been friends since junior college, a close, platonic bond. Both came from hardworking middle-class families. They were the Singaporean dream, ambitious, hopeful, relatable. Their friendship was a fixture on campus study sessions, shared meals, inside jokes. Before the headlines, they were just two students with plans and dreams. Their disappearance struck a nerve because they could have been anyone's child. It's important to remember them as they were, vibrant, full of promise. Not just names in a cold case, but young lives with laughter and ambition. Their story is a tragedy not just for what was lost, but for what could have been. They were bright lights, suddenly extinguished. Their families' hopes, their futures, gone in an instant. The pain is not just in their absence, but in the loss of all that potential. They remind us that tragedy can strike the most ordinary, promising lives. Their memory is a call to remember the people behind the mystery. Chow Lyang and Tony were more than victims. They were friends, children, dreamers. Their story is about lives interrupted, not just a case unsolved. The loss is felt not just by their families, but by a nation. Two bright lights, gone too soon. And that is the true heartbreak at the center of this mystery. October 26, 1988. Chow Lyang and Tony attended classes, just another day. That evening, Chow Lyang told her mother she was going out with Tony. Dinner, maybe a movie. It was an ordinary conversation, no hint of trouble. Tony picked her up in his mother's cream-colored Nissan Sunny around 9:30 p.m. They drove off. Casual, relaxed, two friends taking a break. Where they went remains unknown. Hours passed. Midnight came and went. Their families grew anxious. This wasn't like them. Calls to friends, classmates, no one had seen or heard from them. Worry turned to panic as the night deepened. The last confirmed sighting, them driving away from Chow Lyang's home. After that, nothing. The city slept, unaware that two young lives had slipped into a nightmare. For their families, every minute was agony. The Nissan Sunny became a symbol of the mystery. The last known day ended with more questions than answers. The search was about to begin, but hope was already fading. The ordinary had become extraordinary and terrifying. The disappearance was no longer just a family's fear. It was about to grip the nation. The night closed in, and a long, dark chapter began. Two students, a car, and a city left in suspense. The last day of Chow Lyang and Tony was the first day of Singapore's greatest mystery, and the answers would prove elusive. By morning, their families reported them missing. Police launched an immediate investigation. Interviews, timelines, dead ends. Chow Lyang and Tony were responsible, well-liked. No reason to run away. The search intensified. Faces on TV, in newspapers, details of the missing Nissan Sunny everywhere. Tips poured in, but every lead fizzled. The car was the key, until it too vanished. 9 days later, a breakthrough. The Nissan Sunny was found in a Clementi car park. It was locked, wiped clean, no signs of struggle. Some of Chow Lyang's belongings were inside, But no keys, no trace of them. The car offered more questions than answers. Whoever left it had been careful, meticulous. The investigation shifted from missing persons to something darker. Police combed the area, re-interviewed everyone, chased every rumor. But the trail was cold. The car's condition suggested planning, not randomness. No bodies, no motive, no evidence, just silence. The city's hope dwindled. The case became a haunting riddle. The meticulousness pointed to intent, but the why remained a mystery. The silence around the case was as chilling as the disappearance itself. And the trail, once promising, faded into nothing. With no evidence, theories flourished. Some thought they'd eloped, but they left passports and money behind. Others suspected kidnapping, but no ransom call ever came. The families weren't wealthy, no motive for ransom. Theories shifted to something personal, a love triangle. Police questioned a former boyfriend, but found no evidence. He had an alibi. The theory remained just that, a theory. Other ideas surfaced. Random carjacking, wrong place at the wrong time. No proof, just speculation. The absence of bodies made everything harder. No crime scene, no closure. The case became a web of what-ifs. Suspects, if any, stayed in the shadows. In the end, only whispers and theories remained. The disappearance rocked the National University of Singapore. The campus was somber. Posters of Chow Lyang and Tony were everywhere. Students held vigils, clung to hope, but fear grew. Security increased, routines changed, innocence was lost. The tragedy became part of campus lore, a warning passed down. Memorials kept their memory alive. Their names became symbols of loss. The case changed how students thought about safety. The impact rippled beyond campus, shaking the nation's sense of security. 2 lives lost, a community forever changed. Decades have passed, but for the families, time stands still. No closure, no justice, just endless questions. The case remains open, a cold file in police archives. Every few years, the story resurfaces, sparking new speculation. Maybe one day, a clue will emerge, a confession, a discovery. Until then, the mystery endures. Chow Lyang and Tony are remembered not just as victims, but as young people full of promise. Their story is a reminder that some wounds never heal. In a city built on answers, this case is a haunting exception. The silence of that October night has never lifted. Their families carry the burden. The city carries the memory. The story waits for an ending, for peace, an unclosed chapter in Singapore's history.